Alright, so in this class we are going to learn how to insert and manage tables within LibreOffice. Now, to insert tables, all you need is to define the exact location where you want to insert your table. So assuming I want to insert my table here, I can come over here, hit on enter, and I can come to the top over here. You can see insert table. You can do that with Command F12. You can just click and you have the option to define the number of rows and columns. You see this is 4 by 2, which means 4 columns, 2 rows. Okay, so you can define how many of the rows manually you can define, and you're going to have it selected, and once you release your hand, it is going to define that table. So let's go with something like 4 by 2, and you can see right now we have created a 4 by 2 table, and once we select and created our table, you can see the different properties that comes up. Now this is a plain table. If you want to have some formatted style table, you can come back here and you can define, come to more options, and you'll be able to see the different formats that we have. So you can name the table. This is table 2, for example, or you can name it table 1, or however you want. You can give it a name. So this is table 1. You can define the number of rows and columns over here. You can increase in your own, maybe 4 rows, 2 columns, or thereabout. You can define the number of rows and columns. You can define the type of header that you want. Repeat the heading row on new page. If you go to the new page, it is still repeating the heading rows, and you can split table over pages if you want to enable that also from here. Now, one of the coolest things that I have, this is the non-style. Okay, this is the plain style of table. The default style, you can have this type of table, or you can have this academic type if you have, or box list blue. You can see this one also is quite fantastic, box list green, and so on. You can just select whichever one you want. So let's say we'll go with something like this academic, and you can just hit on insert, and this is going to change your table to this. Okay, so this is the format that you are going to select. So let's go with this. So let's say we select our table, come to formatting, come to options, and let's say we'll go with something like this and say insert. So this now becomes our table. So you can go ahead and number the content of the table. Okay, so right now you can see we've created a simple table with the heading and some items within it. Okay, so one thing you should know is that whenever you select a table, you have all of its basic properties down here. But let's say we'll go with something simple. Let's go with plain table, for example. Let's say this, and we have the option to play around with all of these. For example, let's say I want to split this cell into 2. I can select it and I can split it by coming over or right clicking. I can say split cell. And you can see I want it into 2, but then you can define the direction horizontally or vertically. Let's say we want to define split it into 2 vertically to something like this. So once you say okay to this, you can see this cell has now been splitted into 2. Okay, so you can merge cells as well. You can just select this and make it one cell by right clicking, just like the way we have, and you can see right now it has merged the 2 cells together. Now from here you can add in a cell, you can add in a row above or a row below. You can just click to add a row below, or you can add a column to the right or to the left. You can see we can add columns to the right. You can keep adding columns if you want to add columns, or you can keep adding columns to the left of this. Okay, so it's all about you, what you want to do. Now, once you select a particular table, you can see we can delete selected rows. Maybe you want to delete this row, assuming this row is now colored this yellow, and you want to delete this entire row. So you can come over here, delete the current row, and you can see it has been deleted. If you want to delete a particular column, so let's say we have colored this yellow, and when you want to delete it, you can see with just one click it has been deleted. And you can select a cell and you can delete a particular table. If you want to delete the entire table, you can just delete it very easily. And then you have the option to split the table if you want, to split the cells if you want to split cells like we've done earlier on. You can center vertically, align bottom right the content of the table. Okay, and you can change the cell background. You can change the background of the cell. For example, this cell, I want it to take this color. You can see it has just taken that color. You can change the background to any color of your choice, and you can put in auto format style. If you want to put in auto format, now you can select from the available formats that we've explained earlier on, and you can just insert it on that table. Alright, so you can do quite a lot as regards the table editing. You can select here and you can change the kind of border line that you want around the table. You can see we've changed this one to broken lines. You can change it to any line of your choice, and you can change the border style, okay, the full border or thereabout. Okay, you can change it however you want it. So let's say we have solid line. normal line, and then we can change the border style over here to maybe one style, top border only, to right, and so on. You can have it all borders like this. And then over here you can change the border color also. If you want to change the border color to signify a particular cell, maybe this is a wrong cell. Okay, so just to signify it, you can put that as a wrong color. Number format you can change accordingly. You have quite a number of controls over here as regards this table. Now alternatively, in addition to the fact that you can find the properties down here, you can equally find the properties of this table when you come to properties over here. So all of these properties that we've explained, you can play around with the text editing features within a particular cell. You can select, double click to select the text, and you can bold, italize, and underline, and so on. You can play around with all of these text editing features. You can play around with the alignment, align left, right, and center. You have down here, you can play around with the numberings that you have in items within the table. You can play around with the spacing and indentings as well. And then what we've explained earlier as regards inserting rows above columns and so on, and deleting rows and columns and the entire table if you want to delete very easily, and select a particular cell or delete the cell and so on, or split or match cells together. You can do all that directly. Okay, so you have the row height and the column height. You can vary all these accordingly, and you have a bunch of other features that you can access directly from here, right? So this basically concludes this class about inserting and formatting tables within LibreOffice. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.